Hello and welcome to the Midwest Motoring Podcast sponsored by Hagerty. My name is Matt Pesiconis, Regional Territory Manager here in Columbus and Cincinnati, Ohio. Coming to you, I have a really great person online with us, and we're going to be talking about an amazing topic that is going to go beyond just working with our clients or our agents. It's going to go into working with their centers of influences and add something we think to the automotive hobby as well as the high-value space. And that topic is, are cars an investment? And so today I'm joined by Nicole Borkhardt. She is our Nicole. Tell me, what is it that you actually do here at Hagerty? What is your title, and how, what have you been doing to kind of build those relationships?
Thanks for having me, Matt. My title is Agency Development Manager of the Midwest. So what that means is I am in charge of strategy. I am the person who helps bridge Hagerty and our agents in the Midwest, and trying to really make sure that we partner together, that our goals are aligned, that agents have all the materials and all of the information that they need to be successful growing with Hagerty, and that we are really, truly partnered together.
And it's a huge part of what we do as Hagerty is to try to make sure that we're reaching out to the agencies and actively working with them and building that relationship and making sure that it is fruitful. So you guys came up with this idea. We're actually partnering with a company called Pall Mall Art Advisors, correct?
Correct.
And they, in Hagerty and Pall Mall, have developed this continuing education program called Picasso and Porsche. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yes. So this is a really great program. So Pall Mall Advisors is exactly that. They are art advisors. They do advising and appraisals on art, on collectibles, and they really are the true experts in the art and collectibles field. And we have partnered with them to put on this CE class. And so what it does is it gives a 1-hour CE credit to financial planners, to trusted financial and trust advisors, as well as CPAs, including small family offices, single or multifamily offices. And it is, what's nice about it, one, is it's an interesting topic, right? It's Picasso or Porsche. It's understanding collections as a financial asset. And why this is so important is because a lot of your financial planners and trusted advisors really focus on their financial aspect, but they don't look at their passion assets of their clients, and understanding that those passion assets can turn into financial assets. And so it's educating them on when do those passion assets actually turn into financial assets and what they need to be looking for within their client's portfolio to pay attention to that. So, and really educating them on those pieces.
And it's crazy to know that Pall Mall has been doing this for so long with not only, I don't know if it's a recent development with cars, but definitely a lot with art, with jewelry. They even said that they were talking about like French wines and things like that. So there's a multitude of different assets that their clients can have, including automobiles, that are, like you said, a valuable, appreciable asset. And understanding how they can be protected and understanding how that those clients can be worked with is, I think, paramount. And I think it's something fun that a lot of these financial advisors aren't normally talking about, like you said. But do we have a system in place where financial advisors can get in touch with us, or agents who know of financial advisors that they'd like us to work with can get involved with us?
Well, that's what's great about this program. So what this does is it's Hagerty's way of giving our agents a value add to their centers of influence. So it's agents are able to provide this class to their centers of influence to say, we have this class that we're able to bring you all together and put this class on for you. So we can do it virtually, and pretty much all of our classes right now, due to, unfortunately, to COVID, have been done virtually. We are really hoping in the future we'll be able to do these live, but it can be done both live and internet-based. So far, we've done several dozens of classes over the internet, Zoom classes. We've done some where agents have sent wine to their centers of influence. They've sent coffee, and really made it a very nice class that we've been able to put on for these centers of influence. But it's really to give the agents a nice in with these centers of influence. So whether they work with them or they're prospective clients of theirs, that they're given that.
Interesting. So what's the feedback that we've received so far on this class?
It has been overwhelmingly positive. Not only have we received emails and phone calls from these, financial planners and financial advisors thanking us for this class. The agents have received overwhelming positive emails. They've received business from it. So that's really, obviously that's really the goal, but it's really about the education piece to these financial advisors and really opening their eyes to not only the art, as you mentioned, the collectibles, the wine, but the classic cars. And that's really what we want to make sure that they're understanding, is that these are all part of their financial assets. And so that's what we're doing. But they're really seeing that this is really a bigger piece of their portfolio that they need to be paying attention to.
And how is it that we partner with Pall Mall? Because obviously we're talking about these assets, we're talking about how they have value to their investments, but then how is the Hagerty part of it being put into this?
So the Hagerty part is being put in by, so we have our Hagerty experts that are on the call with Pall Mall. So we partner with them and we're talking about our valuation of the market trends for the classic vehicles. And that's our piece of this presentation, is to bring our value add and our expertise to everything from the market trends to the valuation and to how to properly insure the vehicles, because that's an important asset to being able to make sure that they're properly protected.
So have you ran one of these classes yet?
I have.
So what has been your biggest takeaway from kind of being a Hagerty person going into this art world with Pall Mall and vice versa? What do you think is the most surprising thing that you might not have known prior?
That is a really good question, Matt. What I think is how similar art is and collectibles are to classic cars. The two worlds mirror each other, not only from the market trends, but from the valuation to how to insure those pieces. And while art hangs on your wall and your classic vehicle is in your garage, they are incredibly similar from everything from right now, how the market's going and how all the sales are moving to online, to the valuation and how you need to be protecting those, and how to make sure that from unexpected disasters that you need to have an emergency plan. That all needs to be put in place for everything from your classic cars to your fine art pieces.
It's crazy to note that these levels of collections, how many people don't have a plan for when the worst happens, right? So that's something that I think a lot of people should take away, and not just for large collections, for any collection, is, hey, you need to have an emergency plan.
Absolutely. It's very true. Right now we've got some wildfires going on in Colorado, in the Grand Lake area, and to just think of that alone is, what do you do? If you have valuables, again, not just cars, but if you have rare books, manuscripts, paintings, anything that you want to keep, you need to have a plan on how to get those out or how to protect them if an unexpected disaster is going to happen. So
yeah, I think that's really, really huge.
Putting them all in the collector car and driving that away.
That's the nice thing about collectible cars. If they have been well maintained, you can drive away with them, right?
That's right.
So, I really think that the Picasso and Porsche CE class and just the class with our partnership with Pall Mall is a huge add for a lot of agencies, especially if they have in-house financial risk management, or if they've got financial advisors that they really work with. Is that you need to connect them to us so we can have this conversation, because it's going to not only strengthen your relationship with that advisor, but it's also going to strengthen your relationship with your clients when you can say, hey, look, we've talked with the experts. We really know how to best protect and best qualify and quantify these collections of cars. So, Nicole, thank you so much for sharing a little bit about this awesome program that we have going on. Is there a place that they can learn more about it, or is there a contact that you'd like to give out that everyone can go to if they have questions about this, or how should the agents really reach out and find out more about this?
If an agent wants to learn more about it, they can either contact their regional territory manager if they know who that is. And if they do not know who that is, they can reach out to me. My email is nborghardt. Are you ready for this? BORGHARDT@Hagerty.com.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining us. This has been one of our quick kind of insurance and Hagerty focused podcasts, but we really want to make sure that we utilize this so that agents can have a tool that they can utilize. And I think this is something that we've been missing on the podcast, is to talk about and value add that we can bring to the table. So this is a fantastic one that not only potentially some of the agents could use, but their office could use, or their relationships with some financial planners they could use. So not only that, but I know that their clients are definitely going to benefit from this type of CE. So more to come on the Picasso and Porsche. But thank you so much, Nicole, for joining us today. Go check out Hagerty.com for all this information. Like Nicole said, reach out to your territory manager if you know them. If you don't, feel free to call Hagerty and they'll get you in touch with the right person, or email Nicole directly. She gave her email address. It is nborghardt, so BORGHARDT @Hagerty.com. As always, guys, this has been the Midwest Motoring Podcast. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep driving.